Comics Corner. We are back with Lady Death. Now, some interesting things happened. I cannot find a version of Chaos Quarterly #2 that isn't on, Zip Comic or something. It's the only fucking place I've seen that has that one particular book in a digital form. It's real good quality. Unfortunately, they put their own brand on it, and it's a read online thing. Which, I mean, that's cool. It's whatever they want to do. You can just look at it and read it there. And it's important to the story here. However, I don't have a digital version of that Chaos Quarterly. So what we're going to be doing is reading what I could get, a updated archive of Lady Death, which is great because now we can do the Odyssey, right? Couldn't do the Odyssey before. In fact, I was even writing in my server how I could not find a copy of the Odyssey. Now I've got it. So let's go ahead and go through the Odyssey, and hopefully we'll enjoy the adventures of Lady Death. We may have read this one before, but it's only a few pages, so bear with me. Chaos Quarterly. I don't know if this is 1 or 2. Okay, that's volume 1. Number 1. So we have read this one before. Yeah, we have read this one before. You guys may notice this one. Very good scan, by the way. Excellent scan compared to, some of the stuff I had before. Only for Lady Death, though. I found this on Internet Archive. So anybody looking for that, you can find it just right there. Glad to see these in such good quality. Really lets the artwork shine, And really glad to see comic preservation strong. Although I wish dipshits like Read Comic would actually, not brand classic comics that are almost lost to fucking time. Because I'm over here looking for I'm looking for one book, Chaos Quarterly 2, and I can't find the fucking thing. It's ridiculous, guys. Just absolutely fucking ridiculous. Yeah, there's your scanner. Okay, anyway. Let's get on with it. Okay. Of course he's gonna fucking brand himself. This is the old days. This is how they used to do it. Okay. Lady Loss. Okay, I can barely even read this. So I'm gonna have to... What is it? Z? Oh, we are? Oof. Hold on. She defeated Lucifer. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to Z again. Right above this idiot. She is the queen of all that is dead and dying. Well, he's not really an idiot. Let's not hate Chaos-sama 05. Because what Chaos-sama 05 did is took the fucking book and preserved it. So let's not call him an idiot. I mean, even though he did brand it, it's because of him that this book gets to live. Because I don't see any digital. Do you see any digital prints? I don't see any. I mean, would be nice. Even Heavy Metal decided to take the scans and sell them on Humble. Oh yeah, true story. You guys may have noticed there was a Heavy Metal comics bundle. And they actually had the very first issue of Heavy Metal, Metal Hurlant, on there. Now, this Metal Hurlant issue was very similar to something I'd gotten a torrent years ago. And I was noticing, this looks like the same file size. And this looks like the same scans. Like the pages looked exact. I was putting scan to scan. I was like, oh my god. I just bought the thing I was downloading from a torrent. And, say what you want about torrents, but the fact of the matter is they were selling the scans, and people were really upset. They were like, well, these are pirate scans, that they were putting up to preserve the comic. And I mean, if we're talking about a comic that's that fucking old, you can't really say, oh, no, it's not hurting Heavy Metal or any of those people at all. They're basically still producing new comics and bundles, and maybe even doing some shady shit. I've heard. I read some comments from people that are very upset about the way that Heavy Metal was doing their current subscription model. A lot of people not getting anything and paying quite a bit in. But that's not a here nor there. I don't want to, besmirch that company or talk anything horrible about that company. However, it was interesting that they were selling scans along with some of their newer digital issues. But what this says to me is they've got no intention of digitizing these books. Either that or they literally don't have the material to digitize those books. So what we're seeing here is pretty much all you're going to get. What you're looking at right here is all we've got for Lady Death. If you don't like the quality, that's it. I mean, it's 2023. We're talking about a book that was released in 1996. That's a number of years. You know, that's a number of years. Go back. You might say, oh, that wasn't that long ago, Grim. Go back. There are things that are now 30-something years old that were released in the 90s. And yes, that's a considerable amount of time. So this is what we've got, guys. And without further ado, I'm going to bring you the Odyssey. She defeated Lucifer. No, we'll try this again. She is the queen of all that is dead and dying. She defeated Lucifer, the father of lies. Millions tremble at the mere thought of her. Yet, at this very moment, drifting in the unknown, Lady Death feels weaker, more vulnerable than ever. And none of this could have come at a more precarious time, because Lady Death is about to take the first step on a dark journey of adventure, discovery, and sacrifice beyond Hell's Cradle into the Odyssey. Wow, cool. She will encounter foes who desire nothing less than her very life. Agony, the fallen angel who presides over a realm frozen in despair. Macabre and Malady. Or Malady, not Malady. We're not doing the hipster Malady. It's Malady. Macabre and Malady. Menacing twin druids with a connection to heaven's highest order of angels. The Seraphim, Kali, the Hindu goddess of death and rebirth, and Astaroth, Lucifer's destroyer of destroyers. Well, this sounds pretty damn interesting, doesn't it? Why is Lady Death at the rock bottom of the abyss? Is it because her powers were vastly depleted during her battle with Lucifer? Is it because hell is no longer her own? Or is it something deeper? What is she trying to deny? I don't know. Pretty fascinating, huh? All of us have a destiny we sometimes try to deny. But for Lady Death, the signs are all around her. The judgment era of the fallen angels has begun. Its implications are so vast it's barely comprehensible. What is Lady Death's role in it all? And when she learns her destiny, will she dare to embrace it? We'll find out. Hughes 95. Lady Death is ever a woman of contradictions, and with good reason. The blood of both angels and demons flowed through her veins. How did this come to be? How did a lonely girl from the Middle Ages become Lady Death, the ravishing seductress of the netherworld? Come along and learn a tale of death. Oh, do we really have to go through all this again, guys? Because it's literally just telling us what happened in the last couple of books. The reason why they did this is because if you're new to Lady Death and you didn't really know the story, it's a catch-up thing. So that's kind of cool. But we can look at some of the artwork. Of course, this is all just recap. So far, yep, okay, we've got it. Okay, I remember all this. Okay. Alright, so here's your characters. As Lady Death plunges into the unknown, she is thrust into many dangerous realms. Oh, Lord. This font, guys. The mysterious warrior goddess, discovering Lady Death weakened behind belief, she thrusts into her numerous dangerous realms. What are her intentions? Is she trying to teach Lady Death lessons to prepare her for challenges to come? Or does she simply want to kill her? And where exactly is she from? Hint. She comes from a realm where bravery, loyalty, and generosity are the creed. And that is Vandala. Okay. Agony. I might be able to read this one. One of heaven's deadliest fallen angels, Agony lords over a frozen tundra that was once a lush jungle. A hideous shapeshifter, she is bitter over her ages-old decision to leave heaven. Since Lady Death has angel's blood from absorbing her mother Marian's soul, when Agony encounters Lady Death, she believes her to be an archangel from heaven sent to vanquish her. Pandemonium. Once just another denizen of the night jungle, Pandemonium rose to command it after years of struggle. Its very essence flows through her and responds to all her whims. Even the tattoos on her body, all animal spirits come to life at her calling. But Agni usurped her and transformed the jungle to ice. Unable to conquer her on her own, she enlists Lady Death's aid. The question remains, will Lady Death knowingly help anyone? Some beings she encounters are friends, some are foes. Sometimes it's difficult to tell, tough to tell the difference. Ooh, he looks cool. Astaroth, Lucifer's destroyer of destroyers. Eons before Lady Death defeated Lucifer, he made sure that any harm that befell him would not go unpunished. To exact vengeance, he imparted the demon Astaroth with vast power. With a spell, Lucifer made Astaroth sleep, never to awaken unless the father of lies was conquered. In that event, Astaroth would be compelled by Lucifer's sorcery to rise and destroy his conqueror. Ah, so he had a plan. There's Macabre and Malady, immensely powerful twin druids with a powerful connection to heaven's highest order of angels, as I said earlier. The Seraphim. They are belligerent overlords of a magical desert realm called Tillamook. While Malady wants Lady Death dead, Macabre fancies himself an artist. He wants to make Lady Death his masterpiece. Kali. Ooh, it's a question mark. The ancient Hindu death goddess of destruction and life, Kali assumes the form of a three-armed, multi-headed ghoul who wields deadly weapons in search of her... in each of her 6 arms. We've seen this on various heavy metal albums, right? No doubt a chaotic goddess, especially Hindu black metal records. They love that shit. No doubt a chaotic goddess, Kali has been known to destroy demons and bring order. She believes that out of death comes rebirth, and it is all part of a universal cycle. Ultimately, her motive may be unfathomable, for Kali is a living dichotomy representing chaos and order at once. She views Lady Death as the perfect subject for ritual sacrifice and rebirth. At Chaos, when we create a comic book page, we have to follow a number of steps to complete a page. Here's how it goes. First, we have the plot. We start with the plot that explains what is supposed to occur on the page. Typically, the plot includes the camera position, the lighting, and where the character is at emotionally. But that's not all. There may be color directions or ideas for little details. Here, Brian goes into detail about the barbarian's looks. Okay. So, it's just talking about how they set everything up. And of course, then we have the penciler. The penciler, in this case the illustrator, then lays out the page. Pencilers full pencil the page, laying the groundwork for the inker. Stephen Hughes inks his own stuff, so he tends to be sketchy, leaving the detail of the inks. Additionally, Stephen is a very intuitive artist, always looking for the heart of a scene or panel. It's here that you begin to see the emotional intensity of the plot conveyed. The inks. See? Look at the Look at the difference. It's very rough when you get into just the penciling, but then when you ink it, wow, just amazing. Everything pops. At the inking stage, the illustration is fully rendered. The page begins to have a life of its own. Inking brings out the lights and darks on a page, giving it depth and dimension. This is where Stephen's work shines. Notice how the characters display a variety of emotion. And for you manga readers, this is pretty much what you get. You just get the inked page, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. Some people, especially manga readers, have preferred the black and white inks. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I love color. I love the classic comics where they have, more Western comics where they, employ color. Not that there isn't color in the, in certain pages and in the covers, of course, for the mangas. But, with American comics or Western comics in general, there's usually some color. And this is more of a manga, I guess, as close as you would get to a manga scene. Okay. Then you have the script. Getting a good look at the page, Brian scripts the page. It's almost like a new starting point. Something Stephen may put on the page will excite whole new possibilities on how the script will turn out. Brian tries to see each character's point of view while scripting, so each has an individual voice. 6. Oh, excuse me, guys. I completely forgot an entire number. Color, of course. Jason Jensen, hand colors all pages at Chaos. Look at that, hand coloring. Working with Brian and Steven, but mostly using his own intuition, colors are worked out for the scene and characters. Jason doesn't like to repeat himself, so the challenge always is to find a fresh approach to the scene. And of course, this is a very yellowed scene here, and of course, Lady Death is very pale and white, so she kind of contrasts everything else. Balloon placement. Brian places the balloons for the letterer. Where they are on a page determines where the reader's eye will go. Absolutely. That's the first place I'm going to look, right? 7. The letters. The final stage that influences the reader's experience. Each character gets a different lettering style. Some words are bolded. Others are made into sound effects. You know, onomatopoeia. Boom, pow, wham, gazam. You know, all that. Some words are bolded, others are made... Okay, we've talked about that. Chaos goes for wild lettering occasionally so the reader can get deeper into the characters. And sometimes it's a little hard to read. So, if we want to read this, even though it's like, well, look what we got here. Quite a catch, And something like, that's a little slave. It's really hard to even discern that. And it says, next, enslaved. Oh, doesn't sound good for Lady Death on that one. The Odyssey, number 1. Okay. Love that art. Absolutely cool. Kind of like a skull spider bra. Awesome. She was the original goth chick, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Love it. Wonderful art. The Odyssey, number 2. Cover gallery. The Lady Death, Odyssey, number 4. Like that one, yeah, very determined look. Then you've got the Odyssey number 3. She looks seductive, yet kind of beaten a little bit. Like, you know how an enemy or a defeated opponent will kneel a little bit. She has that kind of look, like she's been beaten. Kind of interesting. We'll see what happens. Preview page, Lady Death, Queen of the Jungle? Oh, wow. What in the world is going on here? Oh, right. Well, we'll be reading the Odyssey in just a few minutes. In this scene from Lady Death, the Odyssey number 1, the ravishing seductress is banished to a frozen tundra, but everywhere she goes, the ice melts and reveals a jungle. Why? Preview page, Lady Death versus Agony. Ooh, see, this is going to be cool. Of course, amid a blinding blizzard, Lady Death is attacked by Agony. How can Lady Death, severely weakened, defeat a foe at the peak of her powers? See, I've got to feel out these characters, because I'm doing voices for them, right? Even though it's rather late in the morning, I'm going to try to really, bring my A game. I'm going to try it. Kind of tired, 6 hours of sleep last night, and my cat died, okay? So, it hasn't been great, but doesn't mean I have to give you guys a half-assed performance, right? So I'm going to try to feel these characters out and try to make this a worthwhile viewing, And I do appreciate all my fans here, all 128 of you, and hopefully more in the future. Sorry I haven't updated so much. And of course, I'm talking about the YouTube people, that check out the comics primarily. The guys on BitChute and MGTOW and girls there too, at different sites. Appreciate you as well. Of course, comics are what we mainly deal with here on the YouTube page, where this will go like first and foremost. In Lady Death, the Odyssey number 2, the Diva of Death is captured by a band of marauding pirates intent on selling her at a slave auction. Now wait, Lady Death defeated Lucifer. How can this be? Doesn't make any sense. Maybe she's been weakened somehow. Okay, Lady Death encounters the Women of Myth. Wow, look at that. Very cool. A bizarre turn of events leads Lady Death to encounter the Women of Myth. Making the myths. Join us on a dark quest inside the minds that make Lady Death make Lady Death. There's a hyphen there. Creator, writer Brian Polito, illustrator Stephen Hughes, and colorist Jason Jensen. Question. Lady Death seems to be in a lot of trouble in this miniseries. Brian, you can say that again. So far, how does the Odyssey differ from the earlier Lady Death series? Brian, Lady Death wants to find home, peace. She believes she's at the end of her journey as a character, but she's barely hold on. That sword is kind of messing things up a little bit. Her journey as a character, but the truth is she's barely begun. In each realm she visits, she learns more about the concept, the judgment era of the fallen angels. By the series' end, she'll have a pretty good idea that she has no choice but to become involved in it. Stephen, the Odyssey storyline is a tale of Lady Death finding herself, of finding out who she is and who she's to become. The first two series focus on how she became, while the Odyssey is about her getting to know herself. Brian, know her destiny as a warrior. I like that. Guys, what's your formal artistic training? Okay, this should be interesting. Jason, so I had 1 year at junior college and learned fast that college was not for me, like a lot of guys. Especially now, a lot of guys aren't really going to college. They're doing trades or tech or artistic ventures like this kind of. Too many rules. Then I worked for 2 years at a company that made model airplanes. I designed logos and printed decals. My best training was in high school. For 4 years, I took as many art classes as possible. It's great. Brian, I graduated from NYU Film School. I was always writing stories but keeping them to myself. Most of my storytelling training came about when I worked in the film business as an assistant director. I worked closely with directors. At night and on weekends, I studied everything related to storytelling. Training? I'm a natural born illustrator. Well, that's what Steven says. Question. How do you approach tackling a comic book page? Steven, I'd approach it as you would approach a movie layout. In my head, everything's moving. The lighting, the background, the people in the background. Jason, I ask myself, how can I make this the best piece I've ever done? How can I make this piece exciting to the reader? It doesn't matter if I like the page or not. My job is to breathe life into the piece and make it as exciting as possible. It's a good mentality to have. Brian, colorists are underappreciated in this industry. They should have a top 10 list for colorists. Jason would dominate. What gives you the most joy when you create? Is it a pleasurable experience for you? Jason, what gives me the most pleasure is working with different artists and deciding colors for a new Chaos character. I also enjoy other projects I'm given at Chaos, for example, doing the art prep on special covers, deciding where velvet goes or chromium. Remember, they used to ship with chromium covers. Working with Chaos is like working for Disney. I get to make pages come alive, but I get to use lots of blood doing it. Now, for those of you that don't get the reference, Disney used to be the fucking bomb back in the 90s when it came to animated movies. Like all the stuff they're remaking now, the originals came out around this time. So it was just a fucking amazing powerhouse of film. Just so many different animated movies, and they were just killing it compared to now. I also enjoy. Okay, yeah, he says, I also enjoy working with Mike Flippin, our graphics designer. We've worked on ad layouts and decided colors for things. Mike's graphics fucking rule. He kicks ass in the back of every issue we do. Brian, writing is a very private, challenging experience. I get the most pleasure when I'm working instinctually. Instinctually. Yeah, we get this. Getting to the heart of the story. Is it pleasurable? I can think of only one thing in life that's better. I wonder what that could be. Stephen, the most joy? Finishing a storyline. And drawing is a very pleasurable experience, like breathing. I get to vent on paper. Question. There appears to be more to Lady Death than her anatomy, swords, and violence. Can you explain? Yeah, we've actually learned a lot about Lady Death. I mean, sure, she's hot, but there's a lot to her backstory. And it's going to even grow larger with this upcoming arc. Lady Death's story is the center point of a grand mythological saga. We've only begun to show you what's to come. As a character, she's in her infancy. Right now, she's steeped in her own personal purgatory, letting her past control her present. Hell has been a cradle for her. Now she has to confront the unknown. She must go beyond. Stephen, she's a strong female. Wow, you never thought you'd hear that, right? Strong female, right? Now they say that, and it's like it's a bad thing, like with the hardcore feminists, but you can have a strong female character and be badass, and like he says here, she's very sure of herself. She uses her sexuality as a muscle. She's a woman who doesn't need the support of a male to make her feel whole. No, I mean, that's interesting, right? How does Lady Death differ from your run-of-the-mill bad girl book? Since Chaos had a hand in starting this genre, I prefer to call it femme fatales, which always been a thing for me, which explains my dating history. I had the advantage of having a mapped out purpose for the character prior to it being trendy to do so. This isn't a cash-in movie for me or the move for me or the Chaos Crew. This is the story we want to tell. Lady Death is not a bad girl, Stephen says here. She's a femme fatale, an empowered woman, a diva, deceit, and cunning. Wow. What is your take on the bad girl phenomenon? Stephen, bullshit. Good girl art had been around for a long time, and I'm just one of the people who hopes to continue the great tradition. But phenomenon? I don't think so. By the way, who coined the phrase bad girls anyway? I thought we were just doing a good comic book. Well, it's true. Jason, it's turned the spotlight on Lady Death. When people read the incredible story and discover she's not just a pretty woman with a sword, they want to know more and will continue reading it long after the bad girl thing is dead and gone. The other so-called bad girl books will be cluttering the shelves in quarter bins. Brian, my take is that too many people are jumping on the bandwagon and trying to wring it dry, just like what happened with those superhero universes a few years ago. When the dust settles, those who really want to tell these stories will remain, and the posers will be will be out sucking the new craze dry. He's right. What lies beyond the Odyssey for Lady Death? Assuming she lives through the trials I'll be putting her through, the Crucible is the next storyline. And that one we will learn more about Lady Death's origin. Thought you knew it all? Not even close. And the Judgment Era concept will come more and more into focus, but when it does, the burden of responsibility rests squarely on Lady Death's shoulders. Okay, here we go. Ooh, look at that. That's what I was talking about by a chromium cover. That is really cool. 1996. Somebody scanned their chromium. That is real neat, guys. Okay. Lady Death, story so far. Well, we know. We know the story. We're not going to go back through that. Remember, this is only for people that haven't been following us and, originally came to the comic a little late. They're like, oh, what's this Lady Death about? And they say, oh, well, we'll tell you. Here's what she did before and just one page. And now you're ready for the rest of the story. The Odyssey, part 1 of 4, Crossroads. Creator, Brian Pulido. Illustrator, Stephen Hughes. Colorist, Jason Jensen. Letterer, Color Monkey Incorporated. Okay, of course we have all these other people here. Fine people. Not going to name them all. Don't have time. But there they are. To know her is to know a woman cursed. Once this towering, majestic goddess was the queen of all that is dead and dying. She led campaigns of terror, struck fear in all who crossed her path, and triumphed against Lucifer, father of evil himself. No matter how long the odds, how impossible the task, she would meet the challenge head-on and dare to prevail. But now, alone in the vastness of the unknown, Lady Death finds her considerable powers, her fighting spirit, her very resolve, withering away. All her struggles, all her questing, all her victories haven't rewarded her with the thing she believes she desires most of all, home. To think I was victorious in a war with Lucifer himself! 400 years of tyranny and manipulation lifted. I inherited true hell, but it was not my endless graveyard. It was not my sacred place. A war for dominance erupted among the denizens, but I could not sway them. I didn't have the powers I once had. I still don't. Lucifer cursed me never to return to Earth until all the living were dead, but in his absence I was curious. Was the curse lifted? Could I return? I approached the nexus of all things, a gateway to the infinite, but I was tricked by Pagan, the insidious court jester of hell. I was pushed through the nexus and came here. Thanks to my earthly emissary, Evil Ernie, I walked the earth again, but the curse, it stood. With my own words, I was exiled back here, back to the unknown. How long have I drifted here? I feel helpless, a victim to changes in the tide. Will I ever find peace? Will I ever find home? Stop hiding from the truth. You chose your destiny. Now claim it. What? A voice? Here? Have I gone mad? This is no time for romantic notions of peace. Stop languishing in your past. It's no use to you anymore. Go away. You can't avoid me. You were born for battle. You were bred to fight. It appears I have little choice. Leave me be. I want to be alone. Be gone. Your thoughts cannot elude me. You think you want to escape your past, that you want to go home, but it's all a lie. You wallow in the past. It's a convenient way to avoid committing to your future. Oh, I think this is supposed to be read a little differently. Yeah. Hold on. It says, now fight. I said, how dare this voiceless thing interrupt my solitude? And then she says, leave me be. I want to be alone and all that stuff. Go away. I'm tired of conflict. Crack. You must escape your past, Hope. You must go beyond it. You have no choice. 1,000 realms away. She's not the fierce warrior we imagined. This is the chosen one? Perhaps already we are doomed. Do you recall your battle with Lucifer, the destroyer of paradise? How could I forget? Lucifer pervades my every thought. I propelled him into heaven's gate. My victory was a miracle. Regardless, you removed the father of all evil from his throne. The universal balance of power has shifted. Your actions heralded the birth of a new era. The Judgment Era. Go away. I don't want any of this. I want to go home. You can't go home. I want peace. Stop lying to yourself. Confront the truth. Admit it. You are afraid. For 400 years, I've vanquished armies. I've defeated demons, druids, and warlocks. I've bested blood goddesses and sorcerers. I conquered foes any other would dread imagining. And I've done the impossible. I've defeated Lucifer. But yes, I'll admit it. I am afraid. My destiny terrifies me. Deep down, you just know the challenges to come for you will make all others you've failed pale in comparison. The challenges to come for you will make all others you face pale in comparison. How is that possible? Tell me I've defeated the father of all evil. There is no higher challenge. The judgment era of the fallen angels has begun, Hope. Like it or not, you are the... No. Like it or not, you are at the very heart of it. There's no use denying it. Embrace your destiny. Declare your future. No! I've overstepped my bounds. This was too much for her. She lacks the universal view of the gods. Leave me alone. Any more confrontations of this magnitude will risk her sanity. I must ease into her future. Guide her. Teach her. There is so much power, so much spirit in her, but she's haunted by her past, fearful of her destiny. She's no use to us this way. She's not nearly ready for the challenges to come. Okay, so it was a little confusing, I'll admit, reading that one. Be on your way, Hope. I pray, we pray you survive your lessons. If you don't, may the All-Father Spirit protect us all, because the fate of everything that exists rests in your hands. I do not like the lettering here. In days before time was recorded, a few thousand realms away from Earth, there was a great jungle domain called Manticore. One fateful morning, a desperate fallen angel, Agony, arrived, her life force diminishing from despair. Since that day so long ago, Manticore has been imprisoned. To whisper its former namesake is sacrilege. To dare expose the jungle is considered desecration of the holy Bastille tundra. Agony is not a kind deity. She forbids disturbances of any kind. Who dares interrupt my suffering? Upon impact, Lady Death breaks Agony's cardinal rule. Krakoom! Her presence on the tundra has a strangely magical effect. After time untold, a hint of the jungle, Manticore, emerges once more. Where am I? Agony's cathedral lair. Yeah, we're right on that. Agony's cathedral lair is the darkest, coldest point in the Bastille Tundra Dominion, and for good reason she guards Soul Lane, Manticore's imprisoned life essence here. She guards it like her life depends on it. All know it is forbidden to break the silence. Who dares? What? Solane shows life? It cannot be! Who dares trespass into my glorious dominion? Who dares without my holy permission? I am God here! Rise, my demonic scions! Rise and lay waste to everything you find! And if it is one from above, bring it to me! Where am I now? A jungle below, but all around me, ice as far as I can see. I'm used to ash and cinder, but this feeling, I feel cold. First the voice invades my solitude, and now this? Why am I here? Is the voice connected to all this? Questions. Too many questions. I fought enough. I didn't choose to start the Judgment Era. I just wanted to survive. Demons growing out of the ice? It appears the Fates ally against me. Wherever I go, there is conflict. Wherever I step, there is struggle. Kill! I have no use for the destiny chosen for me. I've earned rest. Let some other fool decide the future. Killer! Regardless, one thing is clear for the present, like it or not. It is time for war! Come, demons. Try to spill my blood. What? I cannot summon my sword. Darkness. Damn it all. Will my full strength ever come back? Did my battle with Lucifer deplete me forever? I cannot read that. It sounds like, yeah! Look, the ground beneath her feet. The tundra turns to jungle. It is forbidden. Sacrilege. Killer, kill the desecrator. Though they speak in a foreign tongue, I can understand them. Or rather, she says I understand them. I'm killing the prose here, and I'm trying not to. Sacred ground? Not in my view. Sacred or not, my presence here is not of my own choosing. Shrek! Brothers! She bears the signs! She is one from above! Our dark goddess Agony warned us of their coming. One's from above? Goddess Agony? More pieces of the puzzle. Blah, blah. Scrack! You desire my death, I can taste it. I understand your longings, creature. I understand them well. It's been some time since I drew a foe's blood. It's intoxicating. No! I won't give in to the battle lust. My fighting days are over. I do only what I must to survive. Raccoon! We'll try that again. They've melted as quickly as they appeared. But they were right. My presence brings forth the hot jungle locked underneath. The ice smells of decay, and it is cold. Fearfully cold. I've never experienced anything like it. As Lady Death uses her angelic, arcane powers to warm herself, the icy labyrinth around her magically thaws, revealing more and more of the primeval jungle. Damn it all! Like it or not, again I am thrust into action. Perhaps Agony is the voice. If she is, I'll make her regret ever disturbing my solitude. I can't even levitate. That was among the most rudimentary of my powers. I'm reduced to walking. You'll live. How I loathe the ground! It is where mortals are condemned to walk! Follow me quickly before Agony comes! What? She speaks into my mind. Why should I trust you, girl? Perhaps you side with the demons, or Agony herself. No, never. You were sent to save us. Why would I save you? So it would... so it would seem. Hold on, that's a little weird, right? So it's you answered our prayers. You bring life back to the jungle. So it would seem. Please, you must come to the gathering below. Don't order me, girl. I'll come, but of my own accord, and for my own reasons. In the ancient western region of hell lies Androck, home to petty criminals and vagabonds. As legends go, this village of idleness and sloth was built upon the body of a great Grand Duke whose loyalty to Lucifer was unwavering. Where would you go? None can escape the Judgment Era. Long, long ago, a prophecy blew in the wind. A time of uncertainty would come, a Judgment Era in hell and beyond. It would signal the final reckoning for all things. Run! Ah! Realizing the vast implications, Lucifer, the father of all evil, made a pact with his most loyal duke, Astaroth. Sleep, Astaroth, and take part of my power with you, he said. And if the prophecy rings true, awaken. Crackoom! And destroy my destroyer! The destroyer, she is not in hell. Hell's legacy rests. Oh, excuse me, we'll try this again. He says a little bit more. By the way, the coolest fucking character in the series so far. Wherever she is, I'll find her. I'll find her and I'll rend her from limb to limb for all to see, so nothing will challenge the might of hell. Hell's legacy rests in my hands. I'll not fail you, Father. I'll not fail. Pandemonium, our prayers are answered. Heaven has sent an angel to save us. You think me an angel? Ha ha! Haven't you come to destroy the fallen angel? Trust me, child, nothing could be further from the truth. What fallen angel? Oh, I'm sorry. The way that was read is that one, those two, that, and then, okay. You guys get it. She calls herself Agony, and she named herself well. She was dying when she came. But she discovered Solane, the life force of our realm, and took its power for her own. She willed thousands of buzzards to spread throughout the land. She showed no remorse, only pleasure, for she was a bitter being. Not long after, the jungle was no more. Then she entrapped Solane in a prison of her own making. Any who oppose her are killed. We are the final few. Each night we hear her brood. We believe she is forever tied to Solane. She cannot stray far from it. Countless generations have paid for her suffering, but with you we have hope. And with your angelic energy, you can restore life to Solane and forever rid us of Agony's tyranny. So Agony is a fallen angel here. Curious, my journey grows stranger still. You will help us, won't you? I am nobody's savior. For most, I am the end. They believe the angelic energy I harbor makes me an angel. How ridiculous! I absorbed angelic energy from my mother's spirit to defeat Lucifer. Where are you going? You are curious, aren't you? Let me come. I walk alone. A blizzard comes. Without me, you'll never find Agony. Suit yourself. It's time I confronted this Agony and found out exactly why she brought me here. Inside her cathedral lair, Agony senses Lady Death's approach. This is my realm! Nothing escapes my sight here! I'll not tolerate heaven's intrusion! Look at that. Wonderful, right? I'd love to have that on my wall. Agony's lair lies ahead. None have survived beyond these steps we take. Beware. Save your concerns, savage. This cold is unbearable. These feelings of mortality are so foreign to me. But she bears the bloodline. She does not resemble an angel. I can sense it. It's unmistakable. It's Agony. Intruder! You desecrate my holy land. You murder my faithful scions. And now you come to slay me? So heaven considers me a factor in the judgment era. I don't come representing heaven. You brought me here. Why? Brought you here? Never. Don't try to confuse me. Your bloodline betrays you. Scrap! You are crazed. You sense only what you want to. Yes, the blood of heaven courses through my veins. Below the cathedral, inside is Solane. Splat! But so does the blood of hell. She didn't bring me here. She's not the voice. Then who or what did? Rash! I know how your kind works. You pretend to be shining gods. It's frigid in here. Freezing. The tree. I admit I left heaven. Excuse me. Yeah, that's the right character. I admit I left heaven in the exodus of the angels. Lucifer's vision was seductive, yet almost immediately I realized my folly. I tried to return through heaven's gate, but the seraphim denied me. I was cast out, but I was among the Aeon, the first he created. Damn, she blocks the tree, and it's growing colder by the second. If only I had all my strength. Do they forgive my indiscretion? Was I given another chance? No, I was eternally damned. I've rotted here. Trapped, unable to escape for 1,000,000 nights and more, I've been haunted by my irrevocable decision. Is it not enough that I'm denied heaven's grace? You'll deny me this realm as well? I'll make you suffer as I have. For all eternity, you'll beg to die. Her body tensing, choking me. So cold, must blast her. No, can't waste the blast, weakening. Must fight, must fight. Why fight? That's what she expects. No! Instead, I'll relax. So this is a fallen angel? I expected more. More power, more vision. How could this pitiful creature determine the outcome of the cosmos? The tree, please, angel, save us. She couldn't. That's it. Now I understand why I'm here. Damn it all. Heaven is a farce, and you are nothing but a messenger from a travesty masquerading as a kingdom of glory. Arrgh! I have no alliance, I tell you. Not heaven, not hell. I am death, you hear me? Lady Death. Now take my name to your grave. The effect is virtually instantaneous as Lady Death's angelic energies make contact with Solane. Life seeps back into its trunk, its branches. Quickly, the angelic energy spreads through Solane's roots and beyond to the jungle, giving life. The frigid, decaying Bastille tundra is no more. For the first time in eons, Agony's desperate hold on Manticore is shattered, and life in Manticore abounds. No, it isn't fair. It isn't fair. Couldn't escape. I only wanted to go home. You saved us. How can we thank you? I don't want your thanks. Agony was insane. She couldn't escape her past. She was unable to move on. This entire realm was a manifestation of her suffering. That's why I was sent here, to learn a lesson from Agony. To add insult, I was manipulated into an act of heroism. How repugnant! Someone or something is trying to manipulate me into claiming my destiny in the Judgment Era. The question is, who? Heaven itself? Exhausted. I replenish Solane for survival. My own survival. Don't mistake my intentions. Please, let us reward your generosity. Keep your trinkets and get out of my sight. She isn't receptive. Must continue to try. There's far too much at stake. Please don't leave us. What now? Disappearing? Where to? Another lesson? The mystical desert realm of Tillamark is a home to a race of predators dedicated to roaming the dry lands for bounty of any kind. See that flash? Get the lantern over there. Where am I now? Down there! Down there! Something above me? Can't make it out. Oh, and of course she says, we can barely stand. Confused. Well, look what we got here. Quite a catch, eh? She'll make a fine slave. Next, Enslaved. Okay, issue 2. Wonderful artwork as always. The Odyssey, part 2 of 4, Enslaved. Brian Pulido, Stephen Hughes, Jason Jensen, and Color Monkey Incorporated. We know the story so far. Tillamark is one of the countless mystical realms inhabiting the unknown, a vast dimensional plane where all theologies clash. It is a fierce pirate domain, and its barbaric people are dedicated to scavenging the dry lands for bounty of any kind. Tonight in the floating barter village of Ramrundra, a gathering is in progress. A slave auction. Gather around, ye scoundrels and vagabonds. Ye come far and wide for something uncommon, and uncommon you'll get, or me name ain't Scallywag the auctioneer. Blow the sand dust out of your pockets and pull out your coins, 'cause what you're about to see you won't believe. Feast your tired eyes on this incredible ghostly creature. None like her in all Tillamark. Ante up, 'cause she won't come cheap. We start the bid at 100,000 blarns. Lady Death cannot believe her luck. She chooses to abandon her warrior ways to seek peace, but it is not to be. Against her wishes, she's been called into action by an unknown voice, for better or more likely worse. Our Odyssey has just begun. Pirate scum, you'll regret this. Look at them leering. If I could, I would burn their eyes out of their sockets. I'd force them to kneel at my coming and beg for my forgiveness. But I'm exhausted. My power's vanished. I must bide my time if I am to escape this nightmare at all. Idle threats, mates. Not to worry, she's weak like an infant. 225,000! Here! 150,000! Oh, excuse me. These guys were going a little bit too... 150,000! 200,000! 225,000! 250,000! 300,000! 400,000! 500,000! Ever since I found you on the desert seas, lass, I can feel me luck changing for the better. You don't say much, do ya? I won't sully myself speaking to you, pig. I only wanted to renounce my warrior ways, find home. But the voice came, a woman's voice, and tried to force me into a destiny I've refused. Why would I care about the Judgment Era? I want peace. I'm tired of conflict. I say 1,000,000 and she's all mine! Rock! Hey, all's fair, mate. 120 million! I said she's mine at 1,000,000! Whack! In the sky above, what is it? The pirates appear worried. Could it be the voice? If so, what does it want? I believe it's trying to teach me lessons, but I'm no one's student. Fashoom! There by the grace of God go I. Oh, wow. Too late to wager, dear sinners and subjects. Might I inquire, what was the highest bid? Of all the rotten luck. Keep your voice down. Ye should know better. Just be calm. You know how testy these angels are. It was, 1,200 million, Lord Macabre. Another fallen angel. It's not the voice, but perhaps he is the first clue to the reason I was sent here. Rather. Well then, I'll bid 10. I bid 100,000, you hear me? She's mine! Simmer down, Odin. You don't know what you're taunting. You don't look like much. I'll bid 9. 5. 7. Oh, no, they're going fast. They're going 1, 3, 5, 7. I bid none. I win. Another prize from my collection. You are a cut, Macabre. You always win. Oh, dear Malady. We all must pay a price. He's crazed. Clear out! She's mine, you hear? Mine! No fancy talking regal swine will take what's mine! I thought you all knew better. Little reminder is in order. Silly creature. Eh, dear sister? Aren't they all? Such delusions of grandeur. When God created us, he told us to bow down to no one but him. Then he created these creatures and commanded us to bow before them. He considered them higher. But how could we without disobeying his first commandment? I never understood the attraction. Nor I, dear Malady. Nor I. Yes, your groveling worms state in wonder. Excuse me. Again, I don't like the lettering. Yes, you groveling worms, stare and wonder, admire our grace, our majesty, and be afraid, truly afraid. Come along, my trinket. I am not a trophy to be passed hand to hand. Ah! Shit! Oh, but you are. You are! Ha ha! Damned angels always robbing our bounty. Truly a waste. Cast off, ye vagabonds! Head north towards the Black Mountains and the chasm corridor beyond. I have a monument to finish. No, I think that's actually, no, that's not the pirates. That's the woman. Cast off, ye vagabonds! Head north towards the Black Mountains and the chasm corridor beyond. I have a monument to finish. It speaks. I want to immortal... Oh, she says, what do you want, Macabre? Okay, so that's Macabre. Hold on. Let me reframe all this. You know, just pretend I'm rewinding the tape. Cast off, ye vagabonds! Head north towards the Black Mountains and the chasm corridor beyond. I have a monument to finish. What do you want, Macabre? It speaks! I want to immortalize you. You are troubled. I'm here to fix all that. You will join the others in my collection. You'll be free of worry, free of pain. You'll know peace. Bizarre. When I was sent to a frozen jungle domain, I encountered a brooding fallen angel. Agony. I'm sure I was sent there to learn a lesson. Heroism? And now again I am thrust center stage with angels. What lesson am I to learn from this diabolical pair? Excuse me. I'm a shadow of my former self. I cannot even manifest darkness, my faithful sword. No matter. Shrek! I bested agony with angelic energy. How will it fare on them? Shrek! Oh no! My energies are withering away! Because of course they are, right? You crafty witch! Melody, my dark half, it's returning! And it's her doing! Can't you smell it, brother? It's divine energy. Have the Seraphim sent a warrior to reclaim us? It is the Judgment Era. Who knows what heaven will send to silence its long lost? She's no angel, but she harbors energy both dark and divine. She's perfect. Heaven and hell, saint and sinner. Flam! Restore me! Abandon this creature, Macabre. She brings an ill wind. It will take time. No, Melody, she's the final stroke in my opulent monument. With her, my masterpiece will be complete. Out in the heart of the unknown, Vandala, the entity behind Lady Death's Odyssey, waits and hopes. It pains me to dwell here while our best die in battle. I hear their cries and I know my duty to the elders. I know my duty, rather, there's a comma there. But the elders ordered me to resist the call. I must be vigilant. I must guide Lady Death, teach her the ways of my people to prepare her for the real challenges to come. Her entire existence is a paradox. How did she wind up in hell? She had no business there. It wasn't meant to be. She was supposed to be with us. Yet she made hell hers and defeated Lucifer by thrusting him through heaven's gate. Her actions shifted the universal balance of power, heralded the Judgment Era, and like it or not, she's at the very heart of it, to a degree she can barely conceive. After I've taught her my people's ways, she must embrace her destiny. She must! Everything that exists hangs in the balance. The natives of Manticore believe their crucial ancient ritual would never take place again, but at the foot of Solane, their realm's life essence, the joining is about to begin. Pandemonium, take your place! Oh, this is a woman. Pandemonium, take your place! You know, not great with female voices, but I'm trying. The natives of Manticore share a symbiotic relationship with the jungle. Every generation of warrior is chosen after a series of near-impossible trials to absorb Solane's power and become its guardian. For this generation, the upstart Pandemonium, formerly of the Assassin's Guild, is the chosen one. I never believed this night would come, and now that it has, I'm terrified. I'm to lead my people, become the guardian. I'm expected to restore Manticore's greatness. Before the trials, I was just a thief. I don't know if I want the challenge. Before the joining can get underway. Pandemonium, look above. The sky is on fire. Astaroth, Lucifer's destroyer of destroyers, arrives. Where is the destroyer? Where is Lady Death? I followed her angelic energies here. She is not here. I only wish she was. I've little time. The face of all evil and the legacy of Lucifer's rests in my hands. It is only a trail of energy. Then it disappears. Slick. She's not here. Grrr! I will find her. Nothing shall alter my quest. Nothing! The energy is erasing our divinity. Forget your monument. I need time to restore us. What if your mystical machinations don't work? What then? If I'm to succumb to my dark side, I must at least finish my work, complete the monument. You're not an artist, you're a warrior. Don't cross me, Malady. I never wanted to leave the heavenly gates. You tricked me. And for your transgression, you swore to obey me. How could I forget? We were living a lie under his orders. We hung blasphemers by their tongues and spread them under unquenchable fire to burn into cinder. The God we knew was the God of wrath. All the while, the heavenly court was kept in the dark. But we were in his grace. What do we have now? Guilt, turmoil. I'm saving them from all that. Can't move. Perhaps I am heaven sent. Perhaps the voice is an angel and they intend me to be their messenger of death, killer of fallen angels. I need to know who is behind my Odyssey. But I sense each moment I spend with these druids brings me closer to catastrophe. Ramrundra. It cannot be! The skies were clear! Sound the bells! The bells! We're doomed! Following a trail of angelic energy, the storm rages towards Ramrundra, sounding like 1,000 tortured souls screaming in agony. Abandon fort! Abandon port! The sound! It's unnatural! Yay! Yeah! The vile denizens and slavers of Ramrundra try futilely to... Yeah, we were right on that. Try futilely to abandon port, but none escape the storm as it mercilessly cuts through the village. Through it all, the inescapable tortured howls of anguish. Run! Run! As the slavers are swept up into the heart of the storm, they see the source of the tortured howls just before they die. They see a haunting vision as 1,000 lost souls scream for vengeance. Guided by divine energy, the soul storm heads directly towards the black mountains in the distance. I'm soon to lose my precious hands! How will I sculpt? We've arrived. My work can begin. Melody, shackle her with a mystical bond. Macabre, we were warriors, killers of firstborns. What purpose does your pitiful monument serve? Penance? Feel no guilt, brother. We are what we are. Murderers! What exactly is Macabre's aim? He speaks in riddles. Isn't it glorious? Look at them. Immortal. No conflict. No worry. The bond's unbreakable. Excuse me. Wrong character. The bond's unbreakable. Those women. They're crystallized. As you will be. Oh, no, that's the wrong guy. As you will be. If it only could be the same for us, dear sister. They know peace we could only imagine. You haven't given them peace. Their souls traverse the desert aimlessly. They may as well be dead, you madman. I'm certain of one thing. The voice doesn't want me dead. I'll use that to my advantage. I won't rest, Macabre. I'll let him have his way. I'll force the voice to reveal itself. No, the angel energy, it's spreading to me. We must leave. Leave her. Oh, excuse me. Well, yeah, she is going to start turning into a monster, so that's fair. We must leave. Leave her. Lord Macabre, a storm comes straight at us. Yeah, Pleather, please. You hear the winds, the screams. We must leave. We are what we are, sister. You said so yourself. We can't hide under the veil of divinity any longer. Where is the voice? I know you're out there. Reveal yourself. Can't you hear it? We must go. No, my monument. Reveal yourself. Oh no. Reveal yourself. Is Lady Death willing to forfeit her life? Do I intercede? Should I reveal myself? Damn her, she's impossible. She resists all my guidance. I'm only trying to help her. I have to stick to my resolve. She must learn my people's ways. She's really trying. Cast off! It's too late! Ah! You're insane, Macabre. You've dragged me into your delusions of atonement. I loathe you. I've always loathed you. Silence! No voice? Perhaps I misjudged. We're going to die. You know that. Die! Fshum! No! My hands! I am denied! The mystical bond is severed. I am free. This may be the end. I won't go alone. Ching! And then as the soul storm connects with the ancient monument, something unexpected occurs. Yeah! Release. At last. Ah! My masterpiece! Do my eyes deceive me? The crystallized women, they're reborn. Macabre, you have visitors and they're not pleased to see you. Thank you, loyal sister. We are in your debt. Macabre, you've defamed your holy lineage. I am just an artist. You want him? He's all yours. No! Flip. No! No! Flip. 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 Good riddance. Perhaps there's no lesson to learn at all. Perhaps heaven expects me to be their executioner. I think not. I bow to no one. We thank you, sister. Save your thanks. Your loyalty to the sisterhood will not soon be forgotten. Loyalty? We are all wanderers, sister. We lost our path. Macabre trapped our bodies, but not our souls. Over time we gathered together in the storm, but still we could not find our way. And then you came, and your energies, most angelic, guided us. You led us here with your trail of angelic energy. You freed us. You showed us the way. Thank you, loyal sister. Do not make this out for more than it is. I was self-serving, you hear me? And in serving yourself, you served us all. What more can anyone ask? The lesson? Indeed, perhaps there is hope for her after all. Disappearing? No, not again. I won't be heaven's executioner. I am not from heaven. The voice. Then where are you from? If you survive your last lesson, you'll learn soon enough. Next, Lady Death. Sacrifice to Kali, goddess of death. We're finally going to get it revealed. Very interesting. Oh, wow. Yeah. I think she's humbling herself before Kali. Odyssey, part 3 of 4, sacrificed. Yeah, I told you it looked like she was weakened or something. It's supposed to denote a sacrifice or a humbling before a stronger being. Of course, Brian Polito, Stephen Hughes, Jason Jensen, Color Monkey Incorporated. Okay, so give me a minute. Just going to get some water here before, I go back into all these voices. Wow, yep, that's Kali, all right. Looks right out of the black metal covers. Just pouring the water down my throat, right? Okay. Woo! All the voices, it's a bit much. I'm doing a whole cast myself here. In the mystical realm of the Hindu gods lies a terrible and sordid place, the cremation grounds. Its ruler is Kali, the goddess of sacrifice and rebirth. Not long ago, Kali sensed something amiss. It came as a faint hint in the wind, and since grew into something foul, foreboding, and final. Wow, look at that. Awesome artwork. Sensing the end upon them, and knowing her responsibility to her subjects, Kali has mastered a plan to save them. Rejoice, my followers! Rejoice! The end is near. Our time is short, but fear not, you shall be born again. The assembled subjects push and shove, strangely eager for Kali's attention. Come to me, and rejoice. I am mother of all! Spare yourself! Give yourself to me! The end is near. Take me, Kali. Take me, please! Shwak! Ah, wow! Rejoice! Hail, Kali the Dark Mother! Consume us, Kali, so that way we may be reborn after Judgment Day! Praise Kali! On the far side of the cremation grounds, amid the pandemonium, rests the Temple of the Trinity. Kali loves you! Prepare for sacrifice! Through an otherworldly rift, a ragged wanderer appears. Once Lady Death was the queen of all that is dead and dying. She commanded hell herself. Or rather, she commanded hell itself. But now she reigns over little, as she's not carelessly. Well, yeah, carelessly makes sense too, but as she ceaselessly... What? Okay, I think there's a missing word there. I'm going to read this and you guys tell me if it makes sense. But now she reigns over little, as she ceaselessly from one realm to another, like a leaf in the wind. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but it just... I don't know. It's a weird way to say it. She doesn't look too happy either. Now where am I? Something is manipulating me for reasons unknown, sending me to realms, teaching me lessons. Look, it is the white woman, Death! Well, I mean, some guys might think that, you know. But that's not exactly what I would say. It is a sign! The apocalypse is upon us! From above, warriors! Though they speak in a foreign tongue, I understand their words and their intent. You won't find me easy prey. I'm convinced all my realm hopping is linked to the vision I had of the Judgment Era. I'm supposed to play some role in it all. Whack! But I refuse. I won't be a celestial pawn. I'm tired of conflict. Whack! Come on! All I want is peace! Washoom! Crack! If I survive my lesson here, the voice said she would reveal herself. How gracious of her. I tired of this manipulation long ago, but there appears to be little I can do to change it. For now I have to survive my lesson and learn why I am here. Kali, our fears have found form. We can no longer deny it. Judgment Day is here. Speak plain! Death, the white woman is here. No, not so soon. There's still much work to be done. Followers to save. Tell me, where is she? Where is Death? Inside the Temple of the Trinity. Ganesha, Kali is without reason. The cremation grounds are ripe with death and destruction. What does this mean? What say you? It is not for me alone to decide. You must rely on yourselves. Brahma is creator of all things. You must sense what Kali is perceiving. And Vishnu, with your kind and gentle manner, you must understand that Kali's actions stem from our love of the people. Shiva, you of all, should understand her motivations. But I do. Sacrifice leads to rebirth. Kali's actions are but the natural order of things. Can't you feel it? Armageddon comes. Kali knows this. She's the mother of us all. She's sacrificing our subjects so they may be born anew. Nonsense! This realm is experiencing its own judgment era. A clue to my lesson? Judgment Day will come when our people stray from the path of righteousness. This has not occurred. Well, you know, I mean, if we're talking about righteousness, and today, like, righteousness is over here, and all the people, they're over there. So, like, the Judgment Day shit, I don't know if y'all are, like, in horse and buggy or what. I don't know how the gods would travel, but y'all must be in traffic, you know, just really, just fucking piled up, you know, to the moon with all kinds of, you know, cars and whatever other kind of vehicles they have throughout time and history and mythology. And that's just why you hadn't been able to do the judgment thing, because, you know, the traffic's just so fucking bad, I guess, right? Kali's lost control. So you haunt the Trinity Temple. Shrek! How dare you touch me, beast? Many have died for less. Kali, please don't bring conflict here. Frack! Can't you see? Death stalks us. We can no longer hide. We must fight her. We must save ourselves. Kali, stop. She isn't from our realm. Let's learn why she is here. No, no more talk. I don't know why I'm here. I don't have that answer. But you can be sure of one thing, Kali. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you shall have. What kind of leaders are you? The end comes and you are content to do nothing? I will not fail our subjects. I will slay death. Ha ha, you are a dreamer. You are a fool if you'll think I'll simply succumb. Though I feel my strength returning, it appears I still cannot manifest my sword, Darkness. Have to maneuver her until I find a means to defeat her. She's like a Megazord without a fucking sword. You notice, like, in every Power Ranger, Super Sentai, the robot always had to have the weapon. Like, it couldn't destroy the monster without the weapon. She's like, I don't have darkness. I can't defeat the enemy without my sword. You can trick them, demon, but you cannot trick me. When I slay you, they will see I shall stop the coming apocalypse. Swoosh! Kali! Yeah! Oh no! Ganesh, no! What have I done? Could it be that the Judgment Era will affect all realms? Kali's either a mad god or she perceives its coming while the others do not. He's gone. There is no order. Chaos reigns. You're wrong. I can stop her. I can save us. Where are you, Death? Show yourself. With pleasure. I can feel it coming. My battle lust. It's so seductive, like a second nature to me. It was easier to resist it with my precious foes, but Kali is a formidable adversary. I'll give in. Let it overtake me. Just for now. You see me as death. How right you are! Crack! The others, they don't sense that the last judgment is coming, but I do! You cannot have us, Destroyer! The unknown is a cold and lonely dimensional plane of unimaginable size where all theologies clash. Drifting in its vastness is Vandala, the entity behind Lady Death's Odyssey. I keep going over my actions again and again. Have I chosen the right path? I tried to force Lady Death to confront her destiny, her faithful role in the Judgment Era, but she resisted the call. So I've thrust her into different realms. I've sought to teach her the ways of my people, to ready her for the great challenges to come. Could it be that my intentions are lost on her? Vandella wields considerable power for a goddess so young and inexperienced, but the burden of responsibility bears down on her. For in the end, the fate of her people and ultimately everything that exists rests solidly on her shoulders. It is time for a new beginning. We shall wash Kali away. Agreed. Not the cosmos itself. No, the cosmos itself is in an upheaval. A war is coming. Kali is wrong. It is not our war. The Judgment Era is between heaven and hell. It is not our war now, but I fear all realms will feel its effects. Kali is the only sane one. Enough, Shiva. It must be done. Summon the flood. I've sacrificed my brethren for their own good. They will be reborn after the last judgment. But with you here, I sense an opportunity. Sorry. I won't slay you. Crack, crack. She's unbelievably strong. If only I had my full strength. I'll consume you! And with you gone, the last judgment will never come to pass. Deluded witch, I am not your apocalypse. We will regret this, Brahma. In due time, we will regret this. No, it's the Trinity. They can't do this to me. I act for the good of the people. Your own people betray you because you are insane. There's no reasoning with her. She actually believes by cannibalizing me, her problem will cease. When I kicked Lucifer into Heaven's Gate, I shifted the universal balance of power. My actions heralded the Judgment Era. Is this the lesson? That the Judgment Era pervades other realms? That it is all-encompassing? It must be. Ah! She's relentless. Can't let myself be distracted. Locked in combat, Lady Death and Kali are unaware of what lies ahead. The voice is trying to steer my sympathies to a universal cause. What's that ahead? A cliff? She's crazed. Doesn't see. Gotta get away from her. Yeah! Slam! Oh, sorry. The abyss! Okay. Yes, Kali, as you feared, I am the dark embrace. I am death! Forget me not. Now go meet your maker. Slack. No! No! It's done. I survived the lesson. As you promised, whoever you are, show yourself! When wisdom vanishes, how do we see the road ahead? She shows such bravery in the face of certain death. Her fighting spirit has returned. Then you sent me to a desert realm, where I unknowingly saved a celestial sisterhood from another mad fallen angel. My apparent lesson that in serving myself I served all. I was convinced you were from heaven, sending me as an executioner to eliminate your undesirables. But you denied it and sent me here. And now through Kali, you tried to show me the far-reaching effects of the Judgment Era to muster my sympathy. That's it, isn't it? Oh, okay. I knew there was more. Yeah, sometimes you have to go all the way down, because then she's saying, yeah, come on, where are you? I was finally free from Lucifer's stronghold, and then you robbed me of my solitude. Against my will, you sentenced me to a frozen tundra. There I defeated Agony, a fallen angel who couldn't escape her past. I assumed that through her pitiful example, you tried to show me that I had to go beyond my past, embrace my destiny in the Judgment Era. And then she says, then you sent me to a desert realm where I knowingly saved a celestial sisterhood from another mad fallen angel. My apparent lesson that in serving myself I served all. I was convinced that you were from heaven, sending me as executioner to eliminate your undesirables, but you denied it and sent me here. And now through Kali, you tried to show me the far-reaching effects of the Judgment Era to muster my sympathy. That's it, isn't it? Well, I have no sympathy. The Judgment Era means nothing to me. And I refuse the destiny you chose for me. I've had enough of this charade. Whoever you are, show yourself. No, those weren't the lessons. I wanted to teach her the ways of my people, her ancestors. When I sent her to the tundra, it was to learn heroism. In the desert, it was loyalty. And against Kali, it was bravery. I didn't choose Hope's destiny. I never meant to manipulate her. I simply wanted to prepare her for a preordained fate. There is no escaping it. Crunch! Uh-oh. Are you blind, witch? Can't you see I'm busy? Crack! Begone! I'm renounce my warrior ways. You hear me? I want peace! By the All-Father's Spirit, what have I done? This is so wrong. This is all wrong. I'm supposed to be her guardian. What do I do? I know. I'll bring her to me. Confess everything. Placing her palm against her closed fist, the young goddess begins to summon Lady Death. But without notice, there's a fatal interruption. She has no choice. She is the chosen one. Oh no. She'll listen. She has to. Rack. Long, long ago, a prophecy blew in the wind. Time of uncertainty would come. A judgment era in hell and beyond. Realizing the implications, Lucifer, the father of all evil, gave his most loyal archduke a grave mission. He said to preserve all evil, destroy my destroyer. And that is exactly what Astaroth has come to do. You are right. There we go. You are hiding Lady Death from me. Where is she? Tell me now. Where is the destroyer? You won't talk? Then die! Slice. No, not again. You said you'd show yourself. It feels different. What's wrong? Though Vandala meant to summon Lady Death to her, Astaroth's intercession has veered her course. Fashoom! Can it be? Finally, after all this time? Peace? Next, Lady Death's destiny revealed as she faces Astaroth. the destroyer of destroyers. Damn. If he's destroyed destroyers, then he must be a hell of a destroyer. You be like, there's this one guy, I'm a destroyer. And then this motherfucker, he slices his head off. Fuck you, I'm a destroyer of destroyers. That's how badass he is. Fucking just destroy the destroyers. You think you're badass until you get destroyed by a destroyer. Damn. All right. Oh, well, I didn't want to go that far that fast, but yeah, you get it. The final chapter, Beyond Hell's Cradle. Brian Polito, Stephen Hughes, Jason Jensen, and Color Monkey Incorporated. Little more water now that we're, reaching the end here. Oh, only 21 pages in this one. Okay. Seems like they got shorter as they went on. You are hiding Lady Death from me. Where is she? Tell me now. Where is the destroyer? You won't talk? Placing her palm against her closed fist, Vandala begins to summon Lady Death. But without notice, Astaroth, Lucifer's destroyer of destroyers, comes. Then die! No, it's one of Hell's minions. Lucky to deflect his blow. Where did you send her? I wish I knew. Must escape. No match for him. Lady Death, you can't run, you can't hide. I'll find you, and when I do, Lucifer will have his revenge. I was summoning Lady Death to me, but when I was attacked, I lost her. There are thousands of realms in the unknown. Where can she be? It's a perfect day for a celebration. Nary a cloud in the sky. Many months later, in 1,000 realms away, in the quaint kingdom of Concordia. Now hold still, you hear me? I've got to get this just right. Jimron, no painter is your equal. You've captured the perfect likeness of the royal family. Okay. It's not an easy task, I tell you. Hope squirms around too much. Can't you stay still, girl? What's that? Storm clouds overhead? Bah! Now my lighting will be all off. Fear not, Jimron. No storm will mar this merry day. Such majesty! With a simple thought, Lady Death releases a massive bolt of energy towards the coming storm. A few short months ago, such a vast display of power was not possible for her. She was depleted. Krakoom! But now, after much rest, she is completely restored. Ever since she came to us, hope's been our good luck charm, Duranda. Indeed, Jonah. Hooray! Let the festivities begin! We celebrate in your honor. Later that night. It's strange how quickly things change. After I defeated Lucifer, I had a vision. I was to play a crucial role in the judgment era of the fallen angels, but I refused. I wanted to renounce my warrior ways and find peace. Then an unseen voice came to me and set me off on an Odyssey against my will. At each place I was to learn a lesson. I was convinced the voice was trying to prepare me for the judgment era. Okay. Oh. And then when the entity behind the voice planned to reveal itself, I was sent here to Concordia. Was this my reward for the trials I faced during the Odyssey? Whether it is or isn't, I care not. Since I came here, I've never known such peace. Finally, my warrior days are over. Psst, milady. Speaking on behalf of everyone in the village, well, we're glad you came to us. The king and queen, they've always lavished us, but a great sadness overcame the village when they lost their daughter. But now with you here, it's like we're all whole again. Thank you. I've always despised humanity. They've made my life hell. But these people, ever since I came, they've embraced me as one of their own. They held a celebration in my honor. Jonah and Duranda treat me like a daughter. It's difficult to admit, but I think I kind of like it. The next evening, I'm unaccustomed to such a warm embrace from people. I'm used to their scorn, not their acceptance. Though I am growing to accept it, I still need space to be alone with my thoughts. It's so hard to turn back the hands of time. closed the door on my tortured past. But now I finally have everything I've dreamed of. I finally have peace. Ah, this is my special place, the gem pond. I love the way the jewels reflect the final hints of sunlight. Fzzrap! Aye! Thank Odin I found you after all this time. Quickly, we must go. Astaroth is here. What? Calm yourself, little one. Who are you? You seem vaguely familiar. You don't understand. Astaroth is here to kill you. We must go. Yeah! Where is she? Marta, Jeremy, run! You cannot hide her! Hey! Ah! She has heaven sent upon her! Where is Lady Death? We have to go. Please, he's been following me for months. There's no escaping him. I asked the question, girl. Who are you? I am Vandala. I was the one who sent you on the Odyssey. You? What did you hope to gain by manipulating me? I never meant to manipulate you. I simply wanted to prepare you for your preordained fate. You are the chosen one. I was sent to find you, to help my people, your ancestors. But I found you spiritually depleted. I was desperate for a solution. I decided to teach you the virtues of my people, heroism, loyalty, and bravery. But after you bested Kali, I realized I failed. You didn't learn what I wanted you to learn. You teach me? Ha ha! You're a child! I should kill you for such a transgression, but I find you amusing. Don't laugh, Hope. I'm your guardian. This is serious. We must go. Astaroth comes. He's followed your angelic energies as I have. Who? Astaroth, Lucifer's destroyer of destroyers. You're the chosen one. He means to kill you to protect all evil. Oh no, the village. Where is she? I demand an answer. Jonah, you won't get one from me, demon. Is that so? Duranda, no! Ah! Where is she? Where is Hope? I'll never tell you, demon. I've lost one daughter. I won't lose another. Jonah, Duranda, where are they? I don't see them. You're useless to me, little man. Ah! Jonah! No! Greetings, destroyer. Prepare to die. Crack! Cram! Concordia, gone. Jonah, Duranda, dead. All I wanted was peace, to be left alone. All I wanted was love, but it's not to be. Darkness to me now. Shrek, oh shit, she's got her sword now. Yes, I can feel it. Pure, seething hatred. No escaping it, just embrace it. Yes, let the bloodlust wash over me. Just give in to what I truly am. The final embrace of death. We shall see who dies this day, Astaroth. Hell's legacy rests in my hands. I'll not fail the father of lies. Don't talk to me in riddles, creature. Know this. You've robbed me of my redemption and stolen the ones I love. For that you will suffer as none have suffered before. Bold words. His power unfathomable. Bakagoom. Ah! He's a denizen of hell. He withstands my energy arcane. Can he withstand my angelic energies? Arg! Witch! So the mighty Astaroth must shield himself from the light? Go on, hide! Ha ha ha! He's recovering too quickly. That's it. My sacred place, the gem pawn. Die, witch! Coom! Angelic energy hurt him. How can I cover him in it? Die! Mighty Astaroth, please show mercy on me. Ha ha ha! You are bold to taunt me, and you overconfident. Ah, your aim is off! Is it, you brazen fool? Blast the gems! Yes, as they reflect, they'll immerse him in angelic energy. Why do you seek my death? Ah! Tell me and I'll consider sparing you. Never! Crack. As I suspected. Be gone! Ah! Hope, you vanquished him. Unbelievable. Later. Yes, I vanquished him. Once that used to be enough. In victory I feel so hollow, so alone. Sometime later. Goodbye, Jonah, Duranda. I'll always love you. Wherever I go, conflict follows. I am not meant for a life of peace. Why? You really don't know, do you? A war is coming. A war between heaven and hell. It will be a battle to end all, and every realm will be caught in its grip. Long ago as prophesied, he who defeats Lucifer will decide the outcome of the Judgment Era. You are the chosen one, Hope. The linchpin in the coming war. You decide the fate of everything that exists. On whose side do I fight? That is unknown. But you cannot escape your destiny. You know that now. They will keep coming. You are what you are, a warrior. You must keep moving. There's nothing left for me here, only fleeting memories of what could have been. Will you help us? Where are we off to? To Asgard, to defend the realm of the Northmen from genocide, a being of pure darkness so ancient he predates hell. He holds the key to your future. Let's go! The end. And that's it, folks. That was Lady Death, the Odyssey. I promise I'll try to bring you another Lady Death adventure next month. Things are getting very interesting. And don't forget, Evil Ernie, we're still doing that. We're kind of doing them in order. So, Evil Ernie's going to keep coming and Lady Death is going to keep coming. Like I said, I found a much better archive on Internet Archive. Great that I could actually read this because I really did love this arc. This was awesome. I would have hated to skip it, right? And that was the original plan. But I'm so glad I didn't skip any of this because I thought it was all great stuff. So, hope to see you guys next time with more great comics. And this will be the Grim Lord, and I'm out. I'll see you next time on Grimm's Comics Corner.